Hey, what's up guys, Shiny here, come back with a brand new video of you guys, and we have a lot to talk about today. Today we're going to be focusing in on the souvenir packages for Stockholm 2021. We've got a pretty decent amount of things to cover, and if you watched my previous video, which I definitely recommend you do if you haven't already, you've noticed there was one main thing I left out, and that was the souvenir packages, because I feel like this deserves a video of its own. There's a lot of different things that go into this, and it might be a little bit more than you think. There's definitely going to be some really interesting points we have to hit on. And if you guys are looking to pick up any CSGO skins, I've got a couple links in the description, but let's hop on into it. Starting off here, we gotta talk about how you're able to obtain these packages. Now, in my previous video, we were talking about, is the watch pass or the viewer pass profitable to buy? And the answer is no. However, one important fact I did leave out is that even though 3 souvenir tokens only cost you $9, you are required to purchase the pass beforehand. And if you're gonna be purchasing the pass, you might as well go for the pass with tokens, as you might be able to save a little bit of money. That was one of the major things when I was reading over the comments that caused a lot of confusion, and I do apologize for that. Speaking of how you're obtaining the packages, one thing that people think was going to happen, but it's not, is that you can't just watch the games on Twitch to accumulate more packages. That hasn't really been a thing for Berlin 2019, and that's what's going to be going forward here, is that as soon as you can buy the packages, they're not going to be giving them out for free anymore. It's common Valve practice at this point, where if you have to buy something, there's no way you're getting it for free. Moving on into the actual packages though, as soon as tournament play begins, starting in just a couple days, we're going to be able to buy these packages. Now that means you're going to be able to redeem them for whatever match has been played. The way this is going to work is you're just going to click on the game and say that you want a package from that game. This in turn is going to give you that exact map, and we don't know if there's going to be signatures, but at this point we're assuming not. So the signatures and the MVPs are not really going to be too relevant. In the past, what had happened was whoever was the MVP for that round, you got their signature on whatever gun you unboxed, and it said it right on the package. However, it seems like at this point that's pretty much gone. This really isn't too important to the video, but I'm actually pretty interested to see how many Ancient games we see. Ancient is probably going to be treated like Astralis' Vertigo, where they specialized in this map and they got really good at it, so other teams had to ban it. I think that some teams are definitely going to try and pick up that strategy for Ancient, where they focused a lot on Ancient. I just don't see this map being played too often, so there's not going to be a whole ton of opportunities to redeem it, but there's going to be at least one, so we're not going to be too worried about the entire collection missing out. I'm just really interested to see if it's going to be played a lot or a little. And speaking of Ancient, we got to be talking about what is going to happen to the prices of all the current collections out there. Now, this operation brought in 3 brand new collections that will be dropping for the tournament here. The only one brought in that's brand new that's not dropping is the 2021 train, and we might see that one in the future. We don't know. But the main one I want to talk about is the Ancient collection. Ancient's the only one out of the 4 brand new collections that's older than the current operation, and a lot of people are speculating that this could receive some pretty decent price drops as we're starting to see all these brand new souvenir packages. Personally, I gotta say the answer is obviously no major price drops. Logically should be happening. Logically is the very important word here, because we could definitely see some price drops. Logic in CSGO and in the Steam market is really hard, because sometimes things don't work how they're supposed to. If you look at like the Shattered Web case, a case that's been discontinued for a while now, logically it should be increasing in price, however it's been stagnant for a while. So you can't always rely on logic, but here it's pretty much a safe bet that if we do see a crash, it's going to be very short-lived. Most people with Ancient skins are holding on to them for some pretty big profit, I got to assume, and at this point I can't really see them selling them off quickly, just because the Ancient souvenir packages are going to be unboxed and they'll be souvenir skins. Souvenir skins cannot be traded up, and that's the main reason why it won't really affect the current price of Ancient skins. If Valve did that in the future where you could trade up souvenir skins, obviously it would be in a world of hurt investing wise, but it's pretty much obvious after how many years in the game they've had souvenir skins that that's not on the table. We also got to talk about the other 3 collections. Now, personally, I'm just going to group them all together because even though they are significantly different in their covert amount of desire from the community, I think roughly they can all be equated that they're going to be some pretty expensive coverts all around. I estimate that like the Op Desert Hydra, personally, I think it's going to fall in between $2,500 and $5,000. Now, I got this number because your odds of getting a covert are 1 in 3,906. At an average price of $3 for souvenir package, you're going to be looking at about $11,718. That's not including any taxes. Now, it is just a complete estimate of what that price range is going to be. However, after I feel like a couple are unboxed, we're definitely going to be falling into that range there. The problem is that we just don't know, but we do know that an average price of one of the coverts is going to lead us just under $12,000, and therefore it's not even going to be probably half of that. Half of that is roughly the max in my opinion. Speaking of the 3 main collections that we got from Operation Riptide, those should not really see too much movement either, as we can't trade up with the souvenir skins. Once again, like the Ancient collection, I don't think there's going to be any major price drops other than just the panic selling people that aren't really paying too much attention. I don't think there's going to be too much going on there as well. Finally then, one big thing I want to talk about at the end here is the potential for one of these maps to go away. Currently, we've got some maps in the map pool that personally and a lot of the community has been feeling they need a rework. Mirage has been there for a long time and people have speculated on it getting a rework and such. And so if that's out for the next major, we could potentially see souvenir package prices just go absolutely crazy, and this could go with any map. I'm just choosing Mirage as an example. This is what we're seeing right now with the Vertigo from Berlin packages. Now, although I don't really recommend investing in that particularly, we could see that the price pretty much doubled in the span of just a couple days because this map, and it's now common knowledge, that this souvenir package that's going to be dropping at Stockholm will not be containing these skins. It's just a really easy way if you're able to kind of predict if you think a map is going to go away or if this is going to be the only time Ancient's ever going to be played at a major or anything like that. It's a really easy way to squeeze out a lot of profit. However, it is kind of high risk, high reward. If this is not the only time, you're going to be out a pretty decent amount, just because you could have invested in some other things that would have definitely gotten you a better return if the prices just stay stagnant. That is really all I have for today, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Just remember, if you're looking to invest into souvenir packages, we will not see a 75% discount on those and the souvenir coins. But as always, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.